are live and I'm using the right microphone today. Awesome. Welcome to Give Voice to Your Vision, where we stop the spinning wheel. We get real, so it's clarity you feel. I'm talking to you, coach, healer, change maker, transformation uplifter. We're talking about how to stop spinning and start serving. It's chronic. It's an epidemic. The world is getting more chaotic and busy, and we're having more stuff coming at us all the time. More people are jumping into the online space. More people are jumping into the transformation space. This is a good thing. I have been talking to so many coaches and healers who are spread too thin. They're pulled in a million different directions. They're trying to do all the things and working and hustling and striving and going for it, which is beautiful and sacred, but it also pushes the results that you want down the road because they are distracted and they're trying to do all the things instead of doing the things, knowing how to be clear on the things that are going to actually move them forward, help them ring through the noise and grow the business that you want, right? So that's what we're talking about today, how to stop spinning and start serving. I have promised that I will help you know how to get clear and get into action and serve bigger. And I also want to talk about 3 mistakes that people are making or can make, easy to make. I've made them myself when it comes to growing an online transformation business, an online coaching business, and actually being able to reach and serve, have those clients signing up for the bigger transformation that you can bring or help them to create for themselves because of the noise and the distraction. And there's so many things you could do that it can sometimes be hard to do anything, or it can really dilute your message and your ability to resonate and attract and engage with the people that you're called to serve that are looking for you. More people now than ever before looking for transformation, for meaning, for healing, for connection, for purpose, and that we know the world is waking up even faster to the fact that there is something more. There's got to be something better than this, right? And we know it. And you, as a coach, as a healer, as a visionary change maker, an uplifter, you're here to bring people into to share your gift, to share your message, to share your vision, so that people can create more fulfilling and amazing lives and businesses, right? So to do that, your business is an expression of your mission and your message. It's a manifestation of your calling, and your thriving business means that you will reach and serve more people. And as we always talk about here in my world, your marketing and your message is going to reach and serve more people than you alone will ever reach or serve. So that's why we want to help you get your message out into the world. So we are about to do really fun and powerful training inside my Power Up Your Presence community. If you're here from the community, let me know and say hi, whether you come back to watch the replay or you're here live. And it's a training that's designed to help you do these 3 things that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to give you a link to that and tell you about that in a second. You're invited to join the Power Up Your Presence group. If you want to have there's lots of free resources and trainings in there to get visible, to give voice to your vision in a way that feels aligned and inspired and connected. The training that we have coming up is around making offers and invitations, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today. I do these free Give Voice to Your Vision trainings almost every Thursday inside the group for sure. Sometimes out in the world. We're out in the world today, so I'm on the business page. If you're there, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you're on the YouTube channel, definitely say hi there too. So we're going to jump into our training today where I talk about getting clear, getting into action, and how do you serve bigger. And it starts, all of those things happen with the thing that's easy to avoid for many of us, and that is your offer. All right. So one of the things that I see happening again and again is people either trying to figure out the perfect signature offer before they have put it out there. I see people avoiding making offers because they just get visible and they're providing value. But then there's that moment of like, well, how do you tell people? When do I tell it? And how do I say? A lot of us feel a little weird or charged. We don't want to be salesy. Many of us are talking, I have conversations every day with people in Facebook Messenger and through text and through my email, not so much my email. That's a hard one for me. And I'm getting messages from people every day in my messenger saying, hey, I see that you're doing this. We can help you do that. And it doesn't feel great if people don't do it in a way that knows that they've actually taken some time to get to know you. But we do that, being willing to step forward in that conversation and actually have real people exchanging real value and being willing and ready and able to go right to how you help and how you serve is a superpower. And it is one of the most powerful ways that you're going to be able to actually reach and serve more people. And so that's what we're going to have a training coming up on here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to give you the link to your inspired offer challenge style course. Here's the thing. I'm sick of challenges. So the last thing we need in our world right now is more challenges. However, what's great about a challenge style course is that it's a quick, easy to digest, implement nugget that can make a big shift in a very short amount of time. But what we're doing instead, because I'm going to talk about the things where we see people, the things that are distracting us right now here in just a second. And then I'm going to tell you how to access this training that has our solution to help you actually get real traction in real time and have the results of the training instead of this being just another thing that you have consumed. All right. Because that's one of the mistakes that's super easy to make. And essentially it boils down to, are you growing your business off of someone else's marketing? All right. I've tried it. It's exhausting and it's very confusing. We need to have a strategy that's aligned, something that plays to your strengths, and to learn how to focus on one thing and what that means, rather than trying to piecemeal our business plan or our marketing strategy together from a whole bunch of other people's things. So if you, like me, and many of my clients, like me in the past, are trying to do the YouTube channel and write a book and do summits and podcasts and have a group and do all the things, you could end up feeling like you're doing everything and nobody's signing up, and you might not be leading people consistently and confidently into an invitation conversation. And that's what we're going to do in this deep dive training that's coming up. So for today, I want to talk about how to get clear, how to get into action, and how to serve bigger. And I also want to talk about these 3 mistakes that I see people making right now. I'm hearing people are making these mistakes. I've made them myself. And so we can help you to redirect, shift, and focus so you can give voice to your vision and actually have more clients signing up. Sound good? I think so. So here we go. Number 1, in order to get clear on your busyness, where you're being visible, all the things you could be doing to share your message and grow your business, right? There's a lot of them. Webinars, funnels, Facebook, all the different social media platforms, YouTube, doing videos, write a book, be in a summit, start a podcast, all these things, right? That you could be doing. You got to do events. You got to do this. You got to do that, right? So all of those things are tools. They are mechanisms for you to reach and talk to people, right? But in order to get clear on your busyness, like what are you focusing on every day, and on your strategy, what are the action steps that are going to lead to clients signing up, and on your messaging, the words that you're using to talk about it, the number 1 clarifying component of all those things is your offer. And this isn't just like the moment where you say, I have this thing, would you like to sign up? It's how you craft your offer. It's the value and how you articulate the offer. And it's knowing the results that the offer can get, knowing how to talk about that, how to craft, position, and make it easy to make that offer, right? And when you know where, you got to know where you want to go in order to get there, right? So when you clarify that offer and you're excited about it, you love it, you see the value, you can articulate the value and begin to position the value, actually making the offer is easy. It's just obvious. It's weird not to, because it's the next natural step in a conversation. So to get clear, hone in on your offer. Now, don't let that be a like, oh God, I've got to get it perfect and it's got to be the best and forever. And right, it's not about perfectionism, but it's about choosing, deciding, clarifying. And that's what I'm going to share my system that helps you create your next inspired offer. It doesn't have to be the forever offer, the once and for all final ultimate fabulous offer. Hopefully you'll land on that pretty soon, because you really don't need more than one. And we're going to talk about that in the training. So I'm going to give you a link to that in a second. But if you want to clarify your marketing, your messaging, your busyness, your strategy, your what you do all day, every day, clarify your offer. And that's what we're going to do in the training inside the Power Up Your Presence group, starting June 20th. And there's a link there, and I'll put it here below in a second. Number 2, I promise to help you talk about how to get into action. And this is where I want to cover some of the mistakes that people make. We just taking action and going into hustle mode and frenetic. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So many of us are hopping all over the pond, right? So you want to take focused, inspired action, focused and inspired implementation. And so you don't need to be everywhere. And we talk a lot in the Power Up Your Presence trainings and in the courses that I teach, and especially in the Dare to Soar. What is your strengths? Play to your strengths. Focus on 3 main tools. All right. So in order to get into action, if you know the offer, where you got to know where you're going to go to get there, right? If you know where that offer is, the next inspired offer, if you know where you're leading people, then it becomes more clear about what actions to take, what message to share, the content to create, and all the busy moving pieces. So just getting visible and putting content out there all the time, random content that isn't going anywhere, and not knowing how you're going to lead people into those conversations to hire you, is a mistake that I certainly made. There was value in getting visible because I had a big charge and vulnerability around it, right? So exercising, flexing your visibility is a practice. It's a muscle you use, like yoga or meditation. You practice your visibility through implementing. But when you want to have those clients signing up and your messaging, your marketing, you know where you're heading and you know that value that you're going to provide and the way you help people, then your visibility starts to position and lead people to that inevitably. All right. So it clarifies. So we're going to have our offer. The next inspired offer. Inspiration beats motivation. Inspiration beats information. Inspiration is more powerful and clear than anything you can like try and figure out, right? You got to relax. Inspiration is something you receive. So get clear on your inspired offer, and then your content is clear, your action is clear. Get into action, but take focused action. Allow your inspiration, you know where you're going, right? So then let your actions and your visibility and what you do all day in your business, instead of hopping all around and doing all the things. And I have to practice this every day because there's a lot of things, right? So honing in on those high value actions. This is where community, mentorship, hearing what other high level players are doing. If you want to get to that 6 figures and beyond, then you have to focus. And you can't build that kind of a business by piecemealing it together with all the different things. And you don't need to do all the things, right? You want to find the things that resonate with you, where your audience is, and dial those couple of things in really well, and grow from there for sure. All right. So the third thing I talked about was serving bigger. And here's the thing: when you have more clients and more revenue and more momentum in your business, you will make a bigger impact. It will leverage your time and your ability, and your business can then be serving and creating impact. And it's not all up to what you can do in a day. So if you really want to serve bigger, you want to, you're willing to grow that business, you're going to have more resources, you can have a nice scrappy team to come in and help you with some of the moving parts so that you can get your message out to more people. So if you really want to serve bigger, I know I've talked to at least 4 people this week already who are like, I wish I didn't have to market at all. I just want to do what I love and have enough clients and help people, right? Well, your marketing and your messaging and making offers and invitations even is going to create massive transformation. It's going to reach and serve more people than you ever will. And when it comes to serving bigger, those people making sure that you have a mechanism and a rhythm that feels great and aligned and works consistently to have the conversations where people actually say, yes, I want this. I want to work with you. I want your help in this. Then you're thriving and your business can also reach and serve more people. Those people who invest with you are going to have the most potent, powerful, and amazing results that they can have because they've invested in themselves and they have your support. So that's how you are serving bigger. When you have people, you have the mechanism and the clarity and the enthusiasm to have people sign up and work with you. You're going to help them have way more potent and powerful transformation. So you're serving bigger in that way. And when you have more revenue in your business can reach and serve more people. Remember, more people will ever see your marketing than you will ever talk to your one-on-one, right? Then your business is also able to make a bigger impact and serve more people. So to recap, to get clear, start with your offer. Where are you leading people to? What is the value there? And we're going to do that in the Inspired Offers training coming up in a couple weeks. I'm going to give you that link in a second. Get into action, not just random all over the pond action, but focused, inspired action. And I talked a little bit about how to do that already, right? If we're all over the pond, we dilute our message. And if we're focused, how do we focus? We know what our offer is. We know where we're heading. We know the value of that. We know how to talk about that. So your inspired offers isn't just about like, get out there and sell. No, it's about being inspired. It's about crafting amazing transformation for the people you're called to serve in how you'll deliver it. But it's also about how you talk about it and get visible, your marketing and your messaging that helps people to see the value, understand what's possible for them, and leads them into an actual conversation where they sign up. Right? So your inspired offer is not just about selling. Your inspired offer is allowing that inspiration to come through, clarifying the language that you use, getting visible in a way that leads people to that natural next step in a conversation, and being ready, willing, and able with the words and the confidence and the clarity to say, I have this thing that's really helping these people do that. Would you like to know about it? Would you like to hear how I'm helping people do that? And being ready to make that offer. But your inspired offer is not about pitching or selling. It's about honing in on your next thing, where you're going. It's going to help you have, as I said, we talked about how to get clear, get into action, and serve bigger. Get clear, clarify that offer. That clarifies all your marketing language. It clarifies what you're talking about. It clarifies how you help, and it allows you to bring people into those conversations as natural as can be. No selling required. Selling is serving. It's the highest. The moment of that enrollment, that invitation, is a sacred moment, whether they sign up or not. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that in the Your Inspired Offers training coming up. And then to get to serve bigger, remembering that the more people who sign up with you, they're having the bigger transformation that they want. The revenue that you generate in your business allows your business to be more visible, to serve and reach more people, whether or not they sign up with you. Your marketing can be uplifting into the world as well. So I hope that you find some value in that. I did say we were going to talk about some of the mistakes that I have made and I think are so easy to make right now. We did briefly, but I have some fun little banners here. I can say the mistake number one is doing everything. We talked about that, right? Hopping all over the pond, trying to do podcasts and webinars and masterclasses and funnels and freebies and all the things all the time, all at once. And being everywhere can really dilute your message. But when you know that one offer and you know your top tools for reaching and serving people, your main visibility platforms, and you know the words that you're using because you've clarified that offer, you know the results, you're ready to do, then you can start doing the things that are most aligned for you and your audience and actually get you the results you want. So, but the opposite of mistake number one is mistake number two, and that's doing nothing. Okay, waiting until it's perfect, figuring out if it's ready, not sure if it's good enough. Well, should I do this post over here on this platform, or should I be doing YouTube? Should I be doing Facebook? Should I say it this way? Should I say it that way? All that stuff that can get you like stuck in working behind the scenes, designing your website forever, trying to write an email for 3 days. All those things I've done. There's no, not mocking you for sure. But it can get you stuck, right? So we do, and that's often because you need some support. If you're doing everything, you're probably trying to grow your business from a bunch of other people's marketing, right? Or patchwork programs. I'll take this program for that, this program for that, this program for that. There's definitely some program fatigue. It's why I have stopped offering very many little programs. The people in the Dare to Soar get access to all of them. But it's about implementation. So if you're doing everything, you might be trying to piece it together. If you're doing nothing, you're probably trying to get it right, or you've gotten a lot of mixed messages and you don't know how to find your own clarity, your own alignment, your own inspiration. Trust yourself and create a comprehensive, streamlined system that works to your strengths and actually leads to clients signing up. And that gets us to the last mistake that people do, is doing someone else's thing, right? I'll do it this way, I'll do it that way. We're doing a lot of other people's things, trying to follow a lot of other different systems, or thinking, I did a webinar class and my webinar didn't work. So now I'm going to do a summit class and I'm going to do a summit and see if that works, and shifting seats too soon before you've had a chance to find your own rhythm and your own message. Or maybe you're like doing the same thing and saying I'm doing it, but it's not changing. And for that, you need outside eyes. We all need outside eyes, mentorship, support, training. So mistake number one that keeps you busy and spinning plates in the air. We all got a lot of plates in the air, and I don't think that's going away. But as you have team and as you have systems, which means you've had revenue in order to have team and systems, you can start to streamline that busyness. So mistake number one is doing everything. Mistake number two is doing nothing, waiting till it's ready, right? And we've all done that, or I have anyway. Most people I've talked to, or doing someone else's thing, not finding your voice, your rhythm, your own approach, clarity, messaging, strengths, meaning what do you like to do, right? What works for you? What are you good at? So what do we do instead? Find your alignment. Line up with your offer so you know where you're going. Line up with the tools that you're using so that instead of feeling like you got to figure out this tech thing that you don't really want to do, you can actually use the things you're good at and line up with where your audience is. Line up with the people you want to serve, and then start to understand what they're thinking about and the words they're using to think about it, what they're looking for. Yeah. And then in order to stop, the mistake number two is doing nothing. All right. So in order to eliminate that mistake, start to make some decisions in your business about what's going to move forward. Decide on your offer so you know where you're going. Instead of doing everything, decide on the 3 tools and platforms you're going to start with to focus to get that traction and that consistency. Decide who you want to serve. Decide how you're going to show up. Yeah. And then step number 3 is to commit and implement. And the mistake that so many people are making, as I said, is we're being everywhere, or we're implementing little bits, but we're not actually focusing in on our business model. What is our main offer? How are we getting out there, being visible, generating leads, conversations, and sales? And then for those of us in the transformation space, how can we line up with it and create a system, a streamlined system that is natural for us, easy for us, playing to our strengths, and also resonating with the people we want to serve and leading to conversations where they actually sign up. All right. So that's our training for today. Looking at the comments, I did want to share the link. That's what it is. Oops, I'm moving my banners around. I'd love to know what your takeaways are when you come back and watch this training, or if you're here now. If you have questions, you're always invited to private message me on Facebook. I really do talk to real people. It's important to me. Remember that your transformation happens through implementation, but just implementing a bunch of stuff in a bunch of different directions is going to dilute. It's going to keep you spinning. So stop that. Get focused. How do you do that? Most of us need community and a mentor, outside eyes, people to help us create a plan, a simplified, systemized plan that's actually leading to the client signups that we want. This is not about being salesy and spammy and just trying to make money. It's about serving bigger, right? Serving bigger. As your business thrives, more people are served, and your marketing and your messaging can reach and serve more people than you'll ever know. All right. So the invitation, we just opened enrollment. I've been doing a little bit of early enrollment in my Facebook Messenger for inspired offers, your inspired offers. This is not just about how do you get out there and sell. This is about how do you craft your offers and invitations from the inside out, from the moment of what's it going to be, who's it going to serve, how's it going to help, and then how do you position it, what language and words do you use in order to have the people who will help, the people you're looking to reach that are looking for you, go, oh yes, I want that, I resonate, so that they resonate, and you're simply having conversations that allow people to have the opportunity to invest in themselves and work with you when it's a fit. Super easy, super natural, and that's what we're doing. Here's the thing. As I said at the beginning, I'm a little bit over challenges, and the last thing I think we need is another challenge in the world. And so I'm running this challenge style training. It's great because it's a short, digestible, implementable training and exercise that you can do in about 15 minutes a day. But because so many people are maxed out, so many people are going in so many different directions, we are turning this into an actual high-level coaching immersion where you will come together with me and the amazing Megan Apple, my head coach, every day for 5 days to get all your questions answered, to implement right away at a very high level. And we can answer your questions so that you could be empowered to go right out and start having these inspired conversations with people right away. And even so, this immersion is amazing, and we're putting all the high level support because I don't want to be a shelf help program. We don't need more challenges. We do need easy to digest, implementable, quickly implementable, systemized action that will help us to grow our business and help us to focus and serve more people. We are so distracted right now. And this isn't the whole enchilada. I can't give you the whole enchilada in a week. So during this training, we will have an opportunity to have a conversation about how we help people get the larger result. So you're eagerly invited to jump in and play with us for your inspired offers. It's a great way for us to help you in this immersion over a week. It's a wonderful community. There's momentum and accountability and accelerant. When we are together, you'll have a chance to have very high level coaching every single day for 5 days. And you will get more clear on what it is you're here to offer, what you want to offer next, and you'll have your own system. You'll have my system to have your own rhythm and your own approach to creating all your offers from moving forward. And you get to keep access to this training. So I would love to have you join me. If you have questions, you can private message me for sure. If you're already in the Facebook group, Power Up Your Presence, there's a link at the top of the page. There's a link pinned in the welcome post. We just opened the doors for you to join us for this training starting on June 20th. Would love to have you. And until then, give voice to your vision and go forth and know that your message matters, that your thriving business means that you're having the impact and helping and serving more people. And as you have that consistent revenue, you also have the ability for your business to reach and serve more people through your outreach and your courses and your marketing, and even beyond what you yourself can do. All right, my friends, I will see you next week on Give Voice to Your Vision. In the interim, jump into the Power Up Your Presence group, and always feel free to message me on Facebook.